Hello everyone, this video is about solving three variable systems using matrices. Okay, so first I need to explain what a matrix even is. Some of you know, some of you don't, so I just want to make sure. A matrix is a set of numbers organized into a grid, and it is written with a set of brackets around it like this. Not lines, not parentheses, not anything but brackets like this. And then it's got numbers. It doesn't matter how many, but you've got rows and you've got columns. And you can do lots of really cool things with matrices that we used to teach Algebra 2, but we're not going to teach this year. Today we're just going to use a matrix, and we're going to solve a three-variable system of equations. So let's start with this linear system. X, it's not really linear, is it? It's planar, but anyway, x minus 2y plus 2z equals 9, negative x plus 3y equals negative 4, 2x minus 5y plus z equals 10. And we're going to organize these numbers into what we call an augmented matrix. In this matrix, we're going to make our first column be all of the x coordinates. So this x coordinate is 1, this x coordinate is negative 1, and this x coordinate is 2. The second column will be all of the y coordinates. So we've got negative 2, 3, and negative 5. The third column will be the z coordinates. So we now have 2. There is no z in this second line, so we use a 0, and then 1. And then, when you're writing it down on paper, it's a lot easier if you put this visual dotted line in there. It's not required, but it helps. And then our fourth column will be the answers, 9, negative 4, and 10. So you see, we're just writing what we wrote in the linear system. We just aren't putting the variables. We're just putting the coefficients. All right, now we're going to put this in our calculator. You can do this by hand, but basically you're just doing elimination. You're just doing elimination without letters on it, and it's exactly the same steps as we've done before. But it's way easier to do this in the calculator. So here are the instructions for matrices in your HP Prime calculator. You're going to push this button right here. This little button right here. And that'll give you this screen. So then you're going to choose this thing right here, because that's a matrix. And hit OK. It's going to give you this little option right here, and this is where you type in your numbers. When you just type in the number there, and then you'll there, and then you'll type in that. You hit the arrow to go to the next one, so you can hit the right and left arrows and the up and down arrows. And then to add more, you just go right here and type another number, and it'll add more. Okay, so we're gonna put all the numbers in. It'll look like that, and then you can just hit enter, and it'll show up on your screen like this. All right, then you're gonna hit the little toolbox button right here. And it's going to give you this menu, and you'll choose the matrix option, which is here. All right, now in the matrix option, there's a lot of things you can do with them. The one that we care about is this little RREF. So you're going to choose RREF and then OK. And it will open up a set of parentheses. Just double tap on your matrix that you've got in there, and it'll fill in your RREF. All right, then you're going to hit enter. And here's what you'll see. You're going to have 1, 0, 0, and then a number. Then you're going to have 0, 1, 0, and a number. Then you're going to have 0, 0, 1, and a number. So you want this diagonal of ones here. And then these numbers are your answers. So it's real quick and easy. Your x is the top number, 1. Your y, because see this is saying 1x equals 1, and this is saying 1y equals negative 1, so y equals negative 1. And this is saying 1z equals 3, so z equals 3. That's an equals, so you would write it 1, negative 1, 3 as an ordered triple. Now, if you're doing your augmented matrices and you come up with an answer and you get the diagonal of of ones, the diagonal of ones like this, 0, 0, and all the other spots and numbers, then you know there is one solution, and it's this number, this number, this number, like we just did. However, if you get something where you have all zeros in the bottom, so you have to be careful. There's no 1 there. If there's a 0 there and a 0 there, zeros all the way across the bottom, that implies you have infinite solutions, because that's saying that x equals a number, y equals a number, and z could be anything. And so there's infinite solutions. And if you get zeros and a number, this is where people screw up a lot, because they'll see these numbers and think those are the answers. It's very easy to miss that if that is a 0 and not a 1, there's no solution, because what you're saying is 0z equals a number, and that's not possible. So we know there's no solution. So now, to make this just a little bit harder on you, we're going to be using the matrices method, the easy method, with our difficult problems, our word problems. So let's practice one of those. At a carry-out pizza restaurant, an order of 3 slices of pizza, 4 breadsticks, and 2 juice drinks costs $13.35. A second order of 5 slices of pizza, 2 breadsticks, and 3 juice drinks costs $19.50. If 4 breadsticks and a juice cost 30 cents more than a slice of pizza, what is the cost of each item? And I know you read that at first and you're like, holy moly. But the first thing you want to do is define variables. And so for this problem, we're looking for the cost of each item. That last sentence will always tell you what you're looking for. So we have 3 items, pizza, breadsticks, and drinks, juice drinks. So we'll let x be the cost of a slice of pizza, and you have to define your variables, and you have to be specific. You can't just say x is pizza, because then you're saying, is it the number of pieces of pizza? Is it the weight of the pizza? What is it? You've got to write cost of the slice of pizza. Y is going to be the cost of a breadstick. And Z, and you can use A, B, C, you could use P, B, and J if you wanted, whatever letters you want, as long as you define them. Z will be the cost of a juice drink. And then we need to set up a system of equations. We know we have 3 variables, so we're going to need 3 equations. So we're going to look at this. It says an order of 3 slices of pizza, 4 breadsticks, and 2 juice drinks cost $13.35. So if we take 3 and multiply it by the cost of the pizza, plus 4 breadsticks times the cost of a breadstick, plus 2 juice drinks times the cost of a juice drink, then that's going to total up to $13.35. A second order is 5 slices of pizza, 5x, plus 2 breadsticks, 2y, plus 3 juice drinks, plus 3z, equals $19.50. And 4 breadsticks and a juice drink, so no pizza. 4 breadsticks and a juice drink, 4 breadsticks, and 1 juice drink cost 30 cents more than a slice of pizza. So they equal the slice of pizza plus 30 cents. Right? These cost what the pizza costs plus 30 more cents. Then what is the cost of each item? So we've written our system of equations, and we need to turn this into something we can put into an augmented matrix. All right, now, in order to put this in an augmented matrix, we've got x, y, z, x, y, z. We need to rearrange this one so that it also says x, y, z. And the quickest way to do that is to just subtract x from each side. So we've got minus x plus 4y plus 1z equals 30. Now we can put it into an augmented matrix. Our x's, sorry, I can't write that bottom line there. The x's are 3, 5, and negative 1. The y's are 4, 2, and 4. And the z's are 2, 3, and 1. And then we separate it from our answers, which are 13.35, 19.50, and 30. 0.30, right? Because it's 30 cents. I forgot my decimal. It's a very important little dot there. All right. So there's our augmented matrix. So if I ask you to set up the augmented matrix, that's what you would write down. Then you can do the magic button pushing in the calculator. I'm not going to go walk through all of those steps again. I'm just going to tell you what my calculator gave me for the answer. So there it is. Those are the numbers I got. Now when you're doing a word problem, you've got to take that last little step and you've got to actually answer the question. The question was, what is the cost of each item? So we will say a slice of pizza costs $2.95, a breadstick costs 50 cents, and a juice drink costs $1.25. And that's the end. See y'all later. And one last thing, my fourth period wanted a shout out, so here you go, fourth period. Everybody say hi to them. All right, y'all have a good night.